Alright, boys and girls, today's lesson is lesson 5-4, comparison problems. So, today we'll be comparing numbers to decide if one number is greater than or less than another, or if the numbers are equal. Okay, so we're going to use symbols for greater than, such as that, and there's a symbol for less than is that, and this symbol for equal to is that. So, we're going to talk about numbers, and we're going to do some place value drawings, and then we're going to decide which number is bigger based on the place value drawings, even though some of you will be able to tell just by looking at the number, which is good. So I want to start with 3,176 and 3,182. Put a circle in because you're going to write greater than, less than, or equal to. Let's do place value drawings for this. We have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. Okay, here we have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Okay, so if you're starting from left to right, do they have the same amount of thousands? Okay, so do they have the same amount of thousands? Yes, they each have 3,000s. Do they have the same amount of hundreds? Yes, they each have 100. Do they have the same amount of tens? 7 tens here and 8 tens here. So that tells you there are more tens here. So this number is greater. We don't really need to look at the next number or the next digit because we know there's 8 tens. So no matter what the next digit is, this number is still greater. So let's do another way. Okay, that was the place value drawing way. I'm hoping it didn't all connect, but yes it did, darn it. Okay, I'll just make it smaller up here. So, another way you could do it is using the place value. So you line them up by each other. Make sure you line them up by place value. And then you just go down the list. 3 and 3 are the same. 1 and 1 are the same. 7 and 8 are not the same. This one is bigger, so this number is the bigger of the two. So, you know that 3,176 is smaller than or less than 3,182. Alright, so let's go to our first page. You should be able to, this should be a breeze for you guys, it really should be. But let's put this out of the way, and let's go to our first page, which is page 271. And basically you're just going to compare numbers. Okay? Greater than or less than. If you have trouble, then do one of the two methods we talked about over here. Either draw a place value drawing or line them up by place value. So, you all should be able to look at 34 and know that 86 is bigger. You should be able to know 97 is bigger than 67. When numbers get a little bit bigger, you're going to see a 6 in the hundreds place in each. And then next is a 5 in the tens place and a 6 in the tens place. So that tells you this is the greater number. 875, 587, you should be able to tell that there's 8 100s and 5 100s, so there's 8 100s are bigger. Here the same thing, there are 7 100s, way bigger than 5 100s. Over here they each have 8 400s, they have 8 100s. Then they have a 6 10s here and a 4 10s here, so 6 10s is greater. Here we have 1,000 in the ones place and a 2,000 in the other one in the thousands place, sorry. 1,000 in the thousands place, a 1 in the thousands place, and a 2 in the thousands place, sorry. Number 8, they each have 2's in the thousands place. Then in the hundreds place there's a 6 here and a 4 there. So that tells you this number is greater. As we keep going, these, if you look, every single place value is the same as every single place value on the other one, so that's an equal to. That means they're each the same. And then here we have a 4 in the thousands place on each, and then there's a 7 in the hundreds and an 8 in the hundreds. So this would be the bigger of the two. Okay, so that was pretty easy. That's kind of why I went through it with you, because it was pretty easy stuff. Then here you're going to write the numbers from order the numbers from greatest to least. Remember that, greatest to least. So the biggest number is going to go first. These are kind of easy. You know 81 is the biggest, comma, 69 is the next biggest, comma, 20 is the least. These might be they should be easy, but they might be a little bit harder. Who knows? But the biggest number is clearly 381 because nothing else is in the hundreds place. Then you have 197 and 124. The reason why is because they each have a 1 in the hundreds, but a 2 in the tens compared to a 9 in the tens. That 9 in the tens is bigger. So I want you to pause and do the next two on your own, and then unpause it. We'll go on. All right. So hopefully you read the directions first. I kind of tricked you there by saying just go ahead and do the next two. But this wants least to greatest. Always make sure you understand what they're asking before you do it, because if you do it the opposite way, it's all wrong. Least to greatest, clearly 787 is the smallest number, at least. Then we have a number that has a 1 in the thousands place, so 1,642 is the next, and then 2,245 would be the greatest. Here we have a 1 in all of the numbers in the thousands place, and then we go to the next digit in the hundreds place. So the smallest would be the 7 for 1,789. Next would be the 8 for 1,898. And then the biggest number would be 1,987. Alright, so hopefully you got that. The most important thing on that is understanding what they're asking. Greatest to least or least to greatest. Next page. I want to chop a little bit off of every page and then just kind of let you work on your own. It says solve each problem and label your answers. How many more marbles does Anna have than David? Well, it says David has 5 marbles. Anna has 8 marbles. Okay? So, for those of you struggling to see it in your head right now, if one of them has 5 marbles, and then the other one, Anna, has 8, if you draw a comparison drawing here, this is what this would be, a comparison drawing. These are equal, and then 3 are all by itself. So, Anna has 3 more marbles than David. And then how many fewer marbles does David have than Anna? Same thing. It's just asking it in reverse. 3 marbles. So, that is a comparison drawing. Okay? Comparison drawing is you just line them up with each other equally, and then whatever one overlaps, that's the difference. Okay? So, it'd either be a subtraction or an addition problem. Okay, so the comparison bar is another way you can do it. David had this many, 5. Anna had this many, 8. And we're looking for this many, question mark. Okay? Knowing that we're becoming masters of the math mountains, we know 8's the biggest number here. 5 and then something else make the 8, and by then you should know that 5 plus 3 equals 8. Alright, so the next one here, Claire has 8 marbles. Sasha has 15 marbles. How many more marbles does Sasha have than Claire? Well, if you have to draw it out again, comparison drawing, we do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 marbles for Claire, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, for Sasha. Let's connect them. Those are equal, and then we're left with this much left over. So if you add it up, you get 7. So 7 marbles. And then how many fewer marbles does Claire have than Sasha? Same thing, 7 marbles. Because it wants to know how many more Claire has. So these are Claire's. She has this many more. And then it wants to know how many less. I'm sorry, Sasha. These are how many more Sasha has. And then it wants to know how many fewer Claire has. Well, if you cancel out all those, this is how many more Sasha has. So on the other flip side, it's how many more, that's how many fewer Claire has. And if you wanted to do a comparison bar, you would just go like this, and you would say 8, and then you would go like this and say 15, and then we're looking for this. And you know, with your math mountain, 15's on the top because that's clearly the biggest number. So I guess look at number 19. I want you to do that one on your own. It says Rocky has 7 fishing lures, Megan has 12 fishing lures. How many fewer fishing lures does Rocky have than Megan? I want you to work that on your own. Pause it, unpause it. Alright, so hopefully you looked at it and said, Well, let's see. Rocky has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fishing lures. Megan has 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, these cancel out, and that leaves 5 left over. So 5 lures. Alright, so let's get this out of the way. Go to the very next page, and we're going to work with comparison problem with an unknown larger or smaller amount. So, Marielle has 18 stickers. Arnon has 13 more stickers than Marielle. How many stickers does Arnon have? Well, Math Mountain here tells you that one of them has 18, and then the other one has 13 more than that. So if you add 18 plus 13, you get 31 stickers, not marbles. I'm still stuck on marbles. Alright. So Arnon, so this one actually kind of reverses the work here. Arnon has 31 stickers. Maribel has 13 fewer. So 31 is the biggest. 13 fewer, so what are we missing? We should know that 31 minus 13 equals 18 stickers. Alright. So I want you to work on 22 and 23 on your own. Kind of a long lesson today, a lot of writing. And then same thing for the next one. It asks you to use comparison bars to represent. Here I think I did something wrong. No, I'm good. Okay. This one they want to see comparison bars. I'm okay with the place value drawings, if you'd like. What page is that on? It was on page 272, a comparison drawing, not comparison bar. But I'm okay with either one. But just understand a comparison drawing, you're going to be writing a lot because we have 18 and 14 on these things. So if we need to, we'll do I think a comparison bar is the most important thing. So let me do one for you actually. Let's do number 24. It's a long lesson today, and I apologize. So TJ has 18 fewer miniature cars than Corey. Corey has 32 miniature cars. Okay, so this is how Corey has 32. Okay. TJ has 18 fewer than 32. So, what would our answer be? Okay, so then you should look at this big number and realize on a Math Mountain that's the biggest. Subtract the 18, you get 32 minus 18 equals 14 cars. So, I don't want to continue this lesson. You're really not going to be able to work on it on your own. We're probably going to be switching here shortly. So, in our small group, we will work on this page.